Hello children, hope all are safe and blessed at home. Let's continue with the chapters in Treasure Island. A reminder children, please read chapters 1 to 6 thoroughly from the textbook Treasure Island. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. So slow but read the book. Let's recap the main points from chapter 3 and 4. Entry of the blind man Pew, the black spot, captain's death, the sea chest, and papers and canvas bag full of gold coins. Chapter 5, the attack on the inn. Terrified but curious, Jim looks out from his hiding place. He sees 7 or 8 men running towards the inn. Among them was the blind man who had brought Billy the summons. The 8 men are surprised to find the inn door open and Billy dead. The chest contained only the money, but the object they came for was gone. The blind man, whom others called as Pew, orders the men to scatter and search. He reminds them that they could be as rich as kings if they find the missing object. Pew starts screaming at his men and they all quarrel. 2 whistles from a boat down on the water was heard. Frightened, the men stopped their search. Hearing a pistol shot and sound of hooves, the men panic and flee, leaving blind Pew alone on the road. Pew is accidentally run down and killed by men on horseback who have come to investigate. They are a group of tax collectors. So in chapter 5, we see the last of the blind man Pew. Jim finds the inn ruined and realizes the packet he has would be important. Dance, the revenue officer, takes charge of the situation. Jim says he would show the papers only to Dr. Livesey, so both set off for the doctor's house. Now we move on to chapter 6, the map. When they arrive at Dr. Livesey's house, they learn that he is dining at the home of Squire Trelawney, a local nobleman. The group heads to Trelawney's residence, where they find the 2 men in the library. Mr. Dance is soon sent away, but Jim is invited to stay for dinner. Dr. Livesey examines the oilskin packet. Trelawney claims that a pirate Flint has accumulated a huge fortune. They open the packet, finding a book and a paper inside. The book was a log of all the places where Flint had acquired the loot and the amount of gold. The packet also included a map of the island where the whole treasure now lies buried. Trelawney and Livesey are excited and start making plans to sail to island themselves, taking Jim along as a cabin boy. Livesey will be ship's doctor. Trelawney will fund and lead the mission. Redruth, Joyce, and Hunter, Trelawney's trusted servants, will accompany them as a part of the crew. Everyone swears to secrecy. After some delay in preparations for the journey to Treasure Island, Jim is pleased to hear that Dr. Livesey has received a letter from the Squire describing the ship and the crew. The ship has been procured through one of Trelawney's friends in Bristol, a man who seems all too ready to help him. The ship is called Hispaniola. Trelawney relates that he had some trouble finding the crew for the voyage, but he had good fortune to meet up with an old one-legged sailor named Long John Silver. Silver tells Trelawney that he misses the sea and wishes to set sail again as the ship's cook. Trelawney hires him and Silver helps arrange the rest of the crew. After a sad farewell with his mother, Jim sets out next morning to Bristol, accompanied by Tom Redruth, one of Square's trusted and very old servant. At the inn in Bristol, they meet up with Trelawney, newly clothed in sea officer's outfit. So we end chapter 6. The key points were attack on the inn, death of Pew, a packet contained book and sealed paper, and the decision to sail. So children, ready for question time? Question 1. How did the blind man meet his death? Question 2. What did Jim hand over to Dr. Livesey and what did it contain? Question 3. Where did Jim go with Tom Redruth and why? Now for some MCQs. In chapter 5, why are the 8 men disappointed with the chest? It has nothing in it. It only contains Bill's money. It is broken. It is the wrong color and it is ugly. What happened to Pew in chapter 5? Options: he falls into a hole, he disappeared, Pew gets run over by men on horseback and dies, he has a heart attack. Who was Tom Redruth? A. The gamekeeper. He is the one who manages the estate in a countryside, or the hotel owner, or Jim's best friend, or the narrator. Happy finding out the answers, children. Thank you and God